Welcome back to our side of the mountain here in Vermont, where today we are finally gonna be finishing up the access road to our home site.
Today is episode 3 of an 8-part series where we're gonna be turning this raw and very muddy piece of land into a functioning off-grid campsite.
We're gonna be installing water, we're gonna be installing electricity, but first we have a long way to go on our road, because if you look, our backhoe's stuck right now. It's like 2 feet down in a big old pile of mud. Yeah, muddy backhoe. Oh. The thing about a backhoe is you're never really stuck, because you got 2 arms that you can use and get out of whatever situation you're in.
It's crazy just how different the soil is here compared to the soil down in Panama. Like you guys know, we get over 100 inches of rain in a year down in Panama. And since we've been up here in Vermont for the last 2 weeks, we've only maybe had 1 or 2 days of rain. And this is the result of that. The soil, for some reason, it just doesn't drain as well.
So we've been getting a bunch of comments from you guys and a bunch of emails that basically been saying, hey, what's up with Panama? Are you guys leaving Panama? Are you done with Panama? Are you moving to the States for good? And we've tried to be as honest with this as we possibly can, and that's why the name of this channel is the Nomadic Movement. A life that isn't just all built around one place, one property, one home. And that was a big reason why we talked about the concept of a community, is when we first started Lola's farm down in Panama, it was, hey, how could we come and go? How can we travel? How can we see the world? But how can we have all the things we love, like animals, and grow our own food and have a base camp for us? And I think, just like with everyone, COVID kind of changed everything. COVID's what inspired our coffee business, was basically just trying to help some friends to get by. And it also led us to having a child sooner than I think Kayla or I either thought. And to kind of stabilize those things, a business that was operating out of the United States and having family that wanted to be a part of our daughter's life, that's where this whole kind of idea came in. Was, hey, we also need a base camp in the United States. We need a place here to call home, but we don't have the money to buy a house, and we don't have the time to build a house. And that was why we said, hey, let's just buy a reliable home on wheels that's movable, that we could just drive onto a cheap piece of land and call it a day, and we'll have our home in the United States. And I think it's kind of turned out to be a little bit more complicated than we originally thought. This is a channel about real life, and this is what it takes for us to live our real life. Did we think it would end up this way? Honestly, no. We got our work cut out for us, but every day I wake up so excited to just get up here and crush it and know that really soon we're going back to Panama to build our house. And this is just what nomadic living is all about. So welcome to the Nomadic Movement, you guys.
All the way there?
We'll push as far as we can.
Okay.
This is kind of like playing a big old game of Tetris, because now that the fabric's rolled out, I can take the backhoe, get in it, and drive over the fabric very carefully and get back on to our road here.
Sweetie, it's kind of cool. You're blending in with the foliage right now.
What?
The tractor's blending in with the foliage.
Dude, I'm so excited to get the drone up in the air and just see what the foliage looks like.
I know. I feel like in the last video we told you guys that it was like just starting to get peak. We were wrong. Like right now, it's really starting to get peak. It's so much more vibrant.
There's people that travel from all around the world to come and see this right now.
The peepers is what people call them around here.
We're basically peepers.
We're definitely peepers.
It reminds me of Peeping Tom.
Isn't that the guy that used to like look over the fence and like, yeah, it's kind of some weird stuff.
Terrifies me.
So now we have the fabric laid for this little section here. We're basically at this point just gonna have to go section by section, cut it and kind of lay it where we need to go, because now we're getting to much wider parts. So we're probably gonna end up doing like maybe 2, possibly even 3 rows once we get down there of the fabric itself. And then we'll just keep working section by section, laying the gravel, working our way more and more towards the area where the Airstream will be.
Question's who's gonna use the tractor first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
It's the only way to settle a good argument in a relationship.
That's right. 2 out of 3, or are we going just like straight ball?
No, straight. What's straight ball?
I mean straight shoot. Straight balling?
We're straight balling.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Ah! That's all right. I'm gonna go get some sandwiches, honey. I was kind of hoping that was the case.
One of the hard things is we do have a 3-year-old. It's not just all about Kaylee and I building this thing. It's about building this thing while taking care of the most precious little girl in the whole world. So we're gonna be tag teaming this today because both of us love driving this backhoe, but also both of us love our daughter.
One thing that has been a little bit tricky when we come to Vermont is we don't have really anyone to help us with Sade when we're up here in Vermont. Down in Panama, we have our friend Karen that comes for 4 hours every single morning, Monday through Friday. And it allows me to really pitch in on the projects happening at Lola's farm. So it's a little trickier for me to actually bring some muscle here on the farm. But today, we have a little bit of a different plan. So I filmed a whole part of Sadie and I having a kick-ass afternoon. And then I realized after the fact that I filmed the entire segment in slow motion. So I hope you guys enjoy this very dramatic slow motion montage of Sadie and I's afternoon.
I left my knife in the car. In desperate times call for desperate measures, so I'm gonna use this axe to cut this geotextile fabric here. Because we are at the end of the road here, you guys. Well, I got the road all the way done to here. Well, at least it's rough. I have the stone put down. It's not smoothed out. It's not leveled yet because I'm gonna be tearing it all up with this backhoe. But now's the super exciting part. I'm finally gonna take this fabric and push it that way and move it into our home site. And once I roll this out and we put stone on it and level it out, we're gonna be ready to move in. All right, I'm still gonna have to do this just a little bit at a time because a lot of this, I'm gonna need to level it out while I go. And it's too muddy for me to get the backhoe in there now. So just gonna go like, maybe like 10 feet at a time. Here comes trouble. She's ready.
Excuse me?
She's amped up.
I'm ready to go, baby.
She's ready to make a mess, baby. Mess around here is a good thing.
It is a good thing, as long as the mess is like leading us towards, you know, progress.
Let's make some progress, honey. So look, we're gonna have to put another roll of landscape fabric right here, or geotextile fabric, whatever it's called. So you want to leave like a 1 foot space so we can overlap that row.
Right.
So you're going to just want to keep piling it here and then put one here, put 2 there, and then we'll unroll it and we'll just keep making our way.
Roll. Roll it. Roll. This tractor, our Kubota here in Vermont, definitely intimidates me a little bit more than our skid steer down in Panama, just because it is so much bigger. And even though I have used it, I've only used it stationary, taking out roots and trees. So this is
Come on, honey, let's see what you got.
This is gonna be new for me. I'm a little nervous.
You got the keys or?
No. Thank you very much.
Where are we right now?
Sadie's farm.
Sadie's farm. And you see how this is Sadie's farm, but all around us in the woods over here, this is also all Sadie's farm. One day this whole woods will be all yours and you can do whatever you want with it. It keeps going, Bubba. We got 5 acres. That's so much land. That's twice the size of Lola's farm.
We can get my tutu, because it's short.
You want to get your tutu?
And then all this mud is not going to go on my tutu, because it's short.
And then you could go running around in the woods with your tutu on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my boots.
You want to put on your boots, you're going to put on your tutu, and then you're going to go running around in the woods.
Yeah.
One day when you're a big girl, you'll climb to the top of these trees.
And climb down?
Yeah. We could build you a little tree house. And you could bring all your toys up there and play with them. What do you think?
Yeah.
We're getting a big old delivery of gravel right now. You can see the truck right here. And I'm gonna have him drive over the culvert. I wish I put this culvert in deeper. And we've run into this problem before back in Panama where we smashed our culvert because it wasn't deep enough. She seems to think it's okay. So we're gonna see what happens here. I hope this isn't the end of our little driveway, but I guess we gotta find out at some point. Oh God, I'm getting that feeling again. Hey, I think it's gonna be all right. They make culverts better in the United States, I guess. Right there is good. That's what $500 gets you in the United States of America. Look it, they'll even include a little piece of PVC tube as a little extra bonus.
Oh my. Look at you did that!
Do you want me to turn it on? You can try and move it.
Sure.
Are you ready? Yeah.
Look at you go, baby! Woohoo!
Oh no! I'm working on it for you, honey, all right?
Yeah. I need a little pink tractor.
Yeah.
So I can ride with you.
We can do all the work together?
Yeah. Tractor.
You want to get a little tractor?
Yeah, so I can drive.
Yep.
So I can drive.
You want to get a little one?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
color is it?
Pink.
A pink tractor?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they sell those with little things in the back you can like put wood in and carry it around. I'm gonna be looking on Amazon tonight because that would be so sweet.
Maybe.
This land, this tractor, everything that is gonna be a part of this farm is gonna be hers one day. She will inherit it one day. Who knows, maybe she'll want nothing to do with it. But I have a hard time believing it, especially if she is, you know, a part of the building process from day one. She's been here from day one, and just see how this whole thing transforms, you know, even just 5 years from now. Did you pick that for me?
Yes. It's a big shiny rock.
I love that shiny rock.
I'm gonna unroll the second row of geotextile fabric here, just to start giving myself a little bit more width. Just getting a little hairy over there right now. All things considered. Oh man, this is looking so good right now. This is all that I have left. Maybe about 10 feet left of driveway to put down. And this thing is gonna be nearly done.
Oh my goodness. We're like probably only a couple hours away from having this whole road done. This is incredible and such a difference. He maybe only has about 10 feet to go on that far end there. And then of course he's gonna smooth everything out, fill in all the holes. But man, it's just crazy how much quicker we've made progress this time around from the last time when we were up here in the springtime. It's just crazy how much weather can slow you down with things like this, especially when it comes to building a road. But honestly, you guys, I think this road is gonna be done probably by the end of the day today.
I love driving the tractor with Sade. The only thing is I have to go as slow as possible because I don't want to rev the engine because I want to keep it quiet. Because this girl, she doesn't like wearing ear protection. Can't really get her to do it. So I love ripping around on that thing with her. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep it going as slow as possible. Just keep it as quiet as possible. What do you think, Bubba? You think we can get you some earmuffs?
Always fun, the pink ones.
You'll wear the pink ones?
Yeah.
So if we get you pink earmuffs, you'll wear those?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have some pink ones for you tomorrow. We are so close. Ah. Oh, I wish I could finish this up. Maybe like 10 more dumps of this sand and gravel left, and we are done. It is looking so good, you guys. Look at, this is where we're gonna live. When we come to Stowe, this is where we're gonna be. In our little nook of wits here, with so much privacy, so much peace and quiet. I feel like it's gonna work. I feel like when, you know, this is like the first real driveway that we built. I mean, we built a driveway in Panama, but it was kind of like makeshift with the materials that they had down there. But this thing's like the real deal. And I feel like it's gonna work exactly the way that we wanted to. And my goodness, am I just so excited to finish this thing up bright and early tomorrow morning.
What are you doing, Mama?
Just cutting the wood to make it a little smaller so it's easier to start the fire.
Do people fire?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm gonna talk to that.
No? She's made friends with the neighbors next door, and that's all she wants to do right now is continue chit-chatting with her new friends.
Wait, I'm gonna do this and that.
All right, ready? I'm gonna pour it on. Do you want to watch? You leave it. Ooh. Wow.
It's blue.
It's blue.
Yeah, I got a problem.
Uh-huh.
I got a fever.
Oh.
And
What do you have in there?
the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh.
Do you have any cowbell?
I think I do. This is hot cowbell.
That's hard cowbell.
Yeah, do you like cowbell?
Do I like cowbell?
Yeah.
Oh, I need more cowbell, baby.
Bum,
Is it like
bum, bum.
dong, 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 dong,
No,
dong?
it's kind of like this. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh. It's finally starting to hit me. I am pretty sick of living in a campground. I'm ready to get out of here. We cannot get this Airstream up to our land fast enough. I'm ready to live in the woods. I'm ready to be alone. This is nice for a minute, but after a couple weeks, it makes me want to start pulling my hair out. All right, come on, you guys. Let's do this. Let's get this done. Got to move this gravel all the way up here. We only have this little section left. That's it. And then it's going to come down to grading and leveling and getting this thing beautiful. Whew. All right, come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Another day, another step closer to finally getting our Airstream up here on our land. We actually got a massive rain last night. So we finished putting the sand and gravel just in time before the rain came last night. Because if this was a muddy mess again, it would have been so much harder to put the fabric down and then the sand and gravel on top. It just would have been a mess.
I feel like I need our parking spot here to basically be an impenetrable fortress to water. Because we get a lot of water here, a ton of water. And the soil, it sucks at helping the water drain out. That's been one of the good things about building through this rainy process is I feel like we have a good idea on how the water moves here. And I know that this needs to be way higher than everything else around it, or else our Airstream's gonna get washed away. So I got the laser level out, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tape measure, and I'm just gonna walk along here and look at where the laser hits the tape. And that's gonna tell me how this parking spot is slanting and which way the water is gonna run naturally. Ideally, I want the water to go away from the Airstream, as far away as possible.
The amount of frogs that we have found on this land, you know, I do have to say, sometimes it's nice to have the contrast, like when we're in Panama and we're digging in the soil, the amount of snakes that we find, like little baby snakes.
Yeah, now we just get
cute little frogs. With our plan of splitting time between here and Panama, like there's so much going on in Panama on Lola's farm. We're gonna be starting our house build when we come back. But here, like I feel like, I was just saying, like, it's gonna be such a turning point once we finally get the Airstream on here. Like we've literally just been working with sand, mud, and gravel for the last, really since April to get this road done. But once we have the Airstream up here, like we have so many fun, exciting projects in the future.
You need a ticket to ride this ride. Roller coaster, engaged.
How deep does it go?
You have reached the top of the ride.
You guys, I think today is the day. We got a couple more hours to try and get this driveway as smooth as we possibly can before we try bringing the Airstream up here and spending our first official night on our piece of land.
I've been working on back dragging with the backhoe and just leveling our parking space here out. Basically, our living space here. And I've been doing it to try to crown the parking space so all the water just flows into the ditches on either side. And I was a little worried about it, but in all honesty now, I'm feeling pretty dang good, you guys. I think we can do it. I think we should try it right now. So at least if it's a no-go, we have time to get the Airstream out of here to someplace safe. Well, here we go. We got the Airstream all packed up, all hooked up and ready to go. I am nervous.
Goodbye, Mountain View Campground! Hopefully we don't see you later if we fail to bring this thing up. Jordan and I are having a little bit of some real talk right now. It really stresses me out trying to like navigate a trailer. I like still can't wrap my mind around it, probably because I've never actually had to do it myself. Jordan's always been the one to drive with the Airstream in tow.
We're gonna get through it together, honey.
We're gonna get through it. I just told him, I'm like, all right, we're gonna go into this. We've almost broken up from...
No.
Just kidding. We're gonna take some deep breaths. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna have a nice little fire tonight.
I love this, honey.
This is great. Gonna take this nice and wide. We were a little bit worried about this turn here, but I think we're gonna be just fine. How are you feeling right now? No, that's not the attitude we need right now. Let me see your confidence. Say, we're gonna make this our friend. We're gonna make this our friend right now. Come on, make sure you, ooh, you're taking this a little. Oh. Ta!
Is that gonna go in the ditch?
Nice and slow, honey. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All right, take it wide. Hug that right side, sweetie. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got this. We got this. Keep coming wide. Keep coming. Woo! Yes! Oh my gosh. Sweetie, we got it up. We're sleeping on Sadie's farm tonight. I was at Lola's farm. We're sleeping on Sadie's farm tonight, 100%. We did it.
Oh my God.
We did it. We did it.
Oh my God, it looks so sick here.
All right, let's unload this baby. Let's unload this baby. Let's set her up.
Wow.
Stop. Sweetie, I feel like you haven't even soaked up this moment yet.
I haven't. Especially we're getting torrential rain tomorrow. Now I'm like, all right, where's the rain gonna go? Is this gonna sink here? This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm a parent now, honey. I'm supposed to worry. All right, I'm not the 25-year-old that moved into a bus and was just freewheeling and doing whatever.
That is true. Having a child, I feel like does bring this added layer of concern. But genuinely, wow, like I feel like there's even more space than I anticipated, because that was one thing we worried about, is we wanted to make it wide enough to be able to pull the truck forward and then back it out so we could get out with the truck, and there is plenty room. And having the Airstream up here is just gonna allow us to make so much more progress during these days that we have up here in Vermont, because a lot of times we have to zip back to the campground to make lunch, to bring Sadie to take a nap, and it really slows us down. So being able to actually live where we're working is just gonna be such another level of opportunity to make so much more progress. What do you think, honey? What do you think? Do you love it? Did it, we 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 did it, honey.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sade is so stoked right now. We are all just vibing. This is just such a special moment. It's crazy. The amount of work that went into just making the spot where we're gonna park the Airstream. I mean, we are just getting started on this slice of land up here in Vermont. And this is gonna be Jord for the next hour. He's probably just gonna be pacing back and forth. This is how he processes like a very highly emotional, intense situation. He's gotta pace for a little while to just like
First fire on the homestead. This is a special one for sure. There's so much that's gonna happen here. So many fires for sure. Inside and both outside and inside, because you need to have an inside wood stove here to really keep yourself warm.
1, 2, 3.
But then we won't be able to see the book.
And tomorrow, you guess where we're gonna wake up?
On Sadie's farm.
We're gonna wake up on Sadie's farm.
Yeah, it was just kind of gay.
No, it's so sweet. You just haven't seen her thinking it.